Welcome to EO Talks, Eastern Oregon's very own talk show, only here on EOAlive.
Stan Pulliam. I'm the mayor of the city of Sandy, and I have an exploratory committee to be the next governor of Oregon. So Mayor of Sandy, I'm a nonpartisan mayor with responsibilities from, public transportation projects to infrastructure to economic development, parks planning, our local police, and more. So lots of responsibilities. I grew up here in the Sandy area. I went to the University of Oregon for college and had the opportunity to travel around a little bit and work in the government and politics, and met my wife, Mackenzie, along the way. And so a little over 10 years ago, we made the decision to return to Sandy to raise our kids so that they'd have the same experiences growing up in a small town in Oregon like I did. And then, watching Sandy, we're one of the fastest growing cities in the state, kind of go through our growing pains. I felt the call to service and rolled up my sleeves, took on a 4-term incumbent mayor and was successful. And so now obviously it's been a pretty unprecedented time over the last year and a half, 2 years, and I feel called for higher office now. Sandy's wonderful. Sandy's one of those communities that, well, just 25 miles outside of Portland, so allows our neighbors to be able to work and play and stuff in the Portland area. We still run into people that we know when we go to the store in the afternoon, and our Main Street small businesses still, really step up and support our local t-ball, baseball, traveling basketball, volleyball teams and stuff. And so, we're a quickly growing city with more and more younger families coming into the area, but it really is an incredible place to live and grow up. So as we've been traveling around, really what I've heard repeatedly is that, people are tired of politicians coming out of Portland thrusting their values and beliefs onto the rest of us. And what this campaign really is about is returning the power to the local communities, empowering local neighbors, mayors, city councils, parents, and school boards so that people are able to come together in the places where they live, talk and debate the issues with their neighbors, but then really control their own destinies in their own communities. After a year and a half of these lockdowns that have, really drastically hurt local small communities like mine and Sandy and across the state and places like Grande, Pendleton, Baker City, and others, we thought at the very least, these small business owners and parents and children alike deserve to see the evidence. Where is the evidence that substantiates these closures, especially when we're able to jam pack in and support some of the biggest corporations in this country, big box corporate America, but we can't support a local Main Street small business? Why is it that parents with means can send their kids 5 days a week full time in the classroom to private schools, but working class people throughout the state aren't able to send our kids full-time 5 days a week into our local public schools? And so that was what that federal lawsuit was all about, was asking for the governor to show the evidence. And of course, with less than 24 hours later, she completely changed her matrix for reopening. So we're looking at probably the week after Labor Day. That is kind of the traditional start for the campaigns. We're spending our summer traveling around on this listening tour. This weekend, we're going to be over in your community there in Grande and Baker City on Friday. Then on Saturday, we're in Pendleton. And so, we're traveling around, talking to people, getting organized and ready to go. But we're thinking it's probably going to be the week after Labor Day. One would be Dennis Richardson. Dennis Richardson, our past Secretary of State, was somebody that wore his conservative values and beliefs on his sleeve, but he thrived to represent all of Oregon, and to unite all of us. And that's somebody that I very highly respected. And he's pragmatic, but he was a doer. He got into that Secretary of State's office, and I don't know about everyone else, but I didn't know about, all of the audits and stuff that could happen. And Dennis got in there and he shined the light on all kinds of things we need to improve upon and do better here in Oregon. And I had the ability to tell him that before he passed, and he was just an outstanding public servant. I'm Christian, but it's something that the values that I place is putting our communities in Oregon first, and one that unites our neighbors instead of divides us. there's so many different issues. I talk all the time about that couple that when they first meet, you're dating and all you do is focus on those things that unite you, that you have in common. And then you get married and you just spend too much time talking about all your differences, and the things that keep you apart. And so my guiding principle is to focus on those issues that unite us, as Oregonians and as neighbors throughout the state. And let's start there. Let's put those at the top of our agenda. And that's how we do things in Sandy and how I would want to do things as the next governor.
Last up, we'll have a little bit of a lightning round. So ducks or beavers?
Ducks.
Ducks, okay. What's your favorite Oregon landmark?
Favorite Oregon landmark? Haystack Rock.
What is your favorite Oregon beer?
Oregon beer. I don't know if they make it anymore. I always loved the Deschutes Twilight.
Where's your favorite place you visited in Eastern Oregon? And that could be in the last 20 years or wherever.
I'd have to say Vail. My mom's from Vail. We have all kinds of memories going during the 4th of July weekend to the local rodeo and the different activities going on there. And I would say just because it invokes, childhood memories and family and friends from the area.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're showing Malheur County some love. I know they're a little far out of the way, so really
they are. Hey, but you got to keep mom happy. So just that, I'm really excited to get out here this weekend and talk to different people in La Grande and Pendleton, Baker City, and everywhere, and just in hear what's happening there in the ground, because that's what this vision, this listening tour is all about, is to lead to a pragmatic vision for all of Oregon that unites us in our communities throughout the state.
Nice. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. This is Mayor Stan Pulliam of Sandy, Oregon.
Hey, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.